Welcome back. We're here with Chris Wagner and Stephen Becker, and we are going to talk movie questions. And I want you to answer the first thing that comes to mind. And we haven't prepped you, so this really is whatever comes to mind.
Dangerous. Is this going to be on the test?
It is. It is going to be the test. So first one, Stephen, what's your all-time favorite summer blockbuster?
I don't know if this is my all-time favorite, but what the first thing I think of with summer blockbuster actually is Jurassic Park. And it's because I saw that when I was about, I don't know, 12 or 13 or something. And that was the movie that really just kind of opened my eyes to how big a movie could be. I couldn't wait to get home and tell my parents about, you wouldn't believe the dinosaurs in this movie and how real they looked. I think that was where they kind of started to really get CGI right. And I think that just opened up a whole door to some of the things that we talked about today.
Well, exactly. You go from Jurassic Park to Pacific Rim. And look at, as you say, look at where it's come. Mm-hmm. So, Chris, what about you?
I'll stay with Spielberg and go back a little bit to Jaws. I think that sort of not only created, for the most part, the idea of the blockbuster and summer movies, but it's set during the summer on a beach where there's a shark that's eating people. That's not a big fun summer activity, but it really gets the idea of summer, and I still think it's the perfect action movie, and it's really more than an action movie. It's a character study of these three guys at sea hunting their great white whale, or in this case, a great white shark.
Okay, so Jurassic Park and Jaws. What movie or series of movies is your guilty pleasure? Let's start with you, Chris.
I don't really have guilty. If it's a pleasure, then I don't feel guilty about it. Let me see if I can think of something. Yeah, I mean, I guess I reject your premise, Emily. Because if I like it, then I like it, and I'm not going to feel bad about liking it. I'm sorry to dodge.
Okay, so he's dodged.
From the heart.
Do you have?
I have a movie that's a guilty pleasure. I don't know about a series, but every time Dumb and Dumber comes on cable, I am glued in. I mean, it's in the title. It's a dumb movie, but it's extremely funny in its dumbness, and maybe that says something about me, but I don't mind.
But do you feel guilty when you watch it?
A little bit, partly because I've seen it so many times. I should probably be spending my time thumbing through the Criterion Collection.
Yes. Or reading Proust.
Yes.
Well, what about chick flick?
Mine is, I can go with that. It's not exactly a chick flick, but when I tell women that I love Bull Durham, they're like, isn't that a girl's movie?
Oh, I wouldn't think it is a chick flick.
Because it's a romance, and it has the whole, woman choosing between two guys. To me, it's the best baseball movie ever that just gets things about the sport, and at the same time has this great kind of love triangle between Susan Sarandon and Tim Robbins and Kevin Costner. Right. I don't think Kevin Costner is ever going to be better than he was as Crash Davis. Yeah. So a lot of people do see that as a chick flick, even if I
think there's a lot of testosterone involved in that. So,
that's probably why I like it.
Yeah, because you're full of testosterone. Stephen, what about you?
I don't know if it's a true chick flick either, but I remember really enjoying The Devil Wears Prada when that was out a few years ago. It's I guess that's about as chickish as you can get, set in the fashion world, and it's pretty much all women in the movie. But when you got the great Meryl Streep as the star and a very good turn by Anne Hathaway, what's not to like?
That's also one of the great workplace movies, which makes it special as well.
All right. Well, so very quickly as we're wrapping up, movie hated so much that you walked out of the theater.
Can't do that on the job.
Oh, but if you could, which one would it be?
I can tell you some stuff that I walked out of when I wasn't, years ago when I wasn't working. I feel really bad because I love Mel Brooks, and I got to talk to him a couple of weeks ago. There's a documentary about him coming out on American Masters. I walked out of Spaceballs.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I love Spaceballs.
When Mel Brooks, for me, goes bad, he's just throwing jokes up against the wall, and they just kind of splat down onto the floor, and that's what I felt Spaceballs was. Now, maybe if I saw it again now, I wouldn't walk out, but when I saw it when I was 18,
you did.
19 years old, I left and I was hungry.
Well, what about you, Stephen? Really quick.
Really quick, circling back to Woody Allen again, I wanted badly to walk out of To Rome with Love last year, but I stuck it out
because of
almost
the job.
as for the job and as just an exercise and how much can I take.
Well, you two, thank you both so much for being here. I can tell you both love your jobs and you can see that, through and through. So thank you both. And make sure that you follow them, The Big Screen. You can find it on KERA, Art and Seek, and Dallas Morning News Pop Culture blog. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Remember to keep up with Prime online at onprimetv.com. We are also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And thank you so much to Ali Koosh in Snyder Plaza in Dallas for providing me with my really wonderful wardrobe. Go to www.ali-koosh.com.